The makers of an upcoming Hindi film have categorically denied that their film is a remake of the film that we are going to be discussing. But when the first look was out earlier today, I still kind of have my doubts. Hi guys, this is Farad and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. If you're new to this channel, then please smash that subscribe button now. And before we get to the video, please like and comment on this video for the film that we're going to be discussing today, because liking and commenting helps fuel the YouTube algorithm. And with that, let's get back to the review. So today, from the Blast from the Past section, I decided to pick a Malayalam film which I had watched quite some time ago. The film that we are going to be discussing is Mumbai Police, the 2013 film Mumbai Police, starring Prithviraj and Jayasuriya, and it is directed by Roshan Andrews. Now, I was going to, pick another film for today, but earlier today something happened and I said, this is the right time to discuss this film. What happened was, in fact, let me get to that little later and you'll watch the video till the end. I'll tell you the reason at the end. So Mumbai Police is essentially a mystery investigative thriller that transpires wherein a cop who, has suffered from partial amnesia or, following an accident, has to revisit a case that he's already cracked, before getting into that accident that is there. And what eventually transpires and what led to the death of his colleague is what forms the rest of the film. The film here is a pure investigative thriller, it's absolutely edge of the seat stuff. It may not be different from some of the other investigative dramas that you may have already watched, because it unfolds in a similar pattern. The setup is such that, the protagonist that is there, he, supposedly gets into an accident and loses his memory, only to, remember only bits of it, that he was probably solving a case, and he was about to mention the killer to his brother-in-law, who is also the police commissioner, until he meets with an accident and he has to revisit the entire case that is there and the kind of suspects that he tracks and how he gets to the bottom of it. Now, first things first, I felt that in 2013, I think Malayalam film industry was just about adapting to the new millennial setup that was there, with the new age filmmakers that were coming in. You had Anu Menon that was there, who directed Bangalore Days. You also had Rashid Anwar, who directed Ustad Hotel. Amongst them was also Roshan Andrews, who had debuted with this film, and I think he did a very good job with the direction here, because there's not a single dull moment in the film. Now, I'll just, because this is a spoiler filled discussion, I'll delve into the spoiler part of it, which is the climax and the grand revelation. So if you've not watched the film, please skip to a little ahead in the video. So in the end, you get to know that it is Prithviraj himself who has triggered a chain of events that had murdered the character of his friend, played by Jayasuriya, and the reason was that he was a closet homosexual and he was afraid of him getting exposed to the world. Now, the important thing to note is that this film came out in 2013 when the social media was not at its peak. So the discussions around the LGBTQAI community and the issues that they delve in was not so much in the mainstream. You did not have a Mammootty doing a Katal, which he did last year in an incredible film. So the discussion of the LGBTQ community was not in the mainstream, which is why I think the climax worked better for a 2013 film back in the day. Nobody would have expected, that the film would go in that direction and eventually end up the way it was. It would also trigger a set of discussions that were there. But today, when there is awareness, not to say that there's enough awareness, there can never be enough awareness, but there is a good amount of awareness around that topic that is there. So the shock value, and I'm talking only from the point of view of the shock value, that shock value may be depleted when I would tend to revisit the film today, sitting in 2024. Which is where it brings me to the point that Deva, which is starring Shahid Kapoor and directed by the same director Roshan Andrews, If it is a remake, it may not exactly work the way it should. Firstly, because it is a remake and the Hindi dub version is also available on YouTube. Secondly, because the shock element would not be there. Now, the filmmaker and the lead actor have categorically denied that, it's not a remake, we are doing a fresh film. And I would like to believe that it may be a fresh film, and then it would be a good news for the film industry that is there. But if at all they've borrowed that twist also, despite it not being a fresh story and a fresh film, if the twist is also borrowed, it may still not work. And that is where my skepticism lies. I have no doubt that Shahid Kapoor will do well in the role. He's a good actor. He has done good roles over the past years that are there. He would do almost as good performance as Prithviraj. I think Prithviraj in Mumbai Police was fabulous. So was Jaisurya, so was Rahman. And I think it was wonderfully directed by Roshan Andrews as well. But I'm just skeptical about this little fact that if they tend to borrow anything from the original film, despite it even being a fresh story, it may not work. And I think that is my red flag up right at the moment, because the film, there's still a good amount of time for the film to release. The film is about to release next year on the Valentine's Day weekend, 14th of February. There's still some time there, but my red flags are slightly raised regarding the film. I hope it is not a remake. I hope nothing is borrowed from that original film that is there, because the same may not have aged as well in this decade. That is my only concern. Other than that, Mumbai Police is highly recommended. I loved the film when I had watched it. It was one of my earlier Malayalam films that I had watched. I think it was in way back in 2018 or 17 that I had watched the film on the recommendation of a friend back in the day. And I had quite loved the film. It was something that I had never seen something like that before that time. So it is a good film, and I will still recommend you guys to watch the film in 2024. So if you're liking this video, please, smash that like button, comment on what did you make of the film, Mumbai Police, and what is your viewpoint on the discussion topic on whether Deva would or would not work as the remake, if at all it is a remake. At the moment, the makers have categorically denied it, so then there's no question of following up on that. But the first look did still give me an impression that it may well be some part of it also true, and you may not want to reveal it too soon. So let me know in the comments, and like and dislike the video. What more you can do is share this video with your friends and family, ask them to subscribe to the channel. Let's grow this Digi family together. And also I have put up some interesting reviews today, 2 reviews that are there of Bad News and of Tribhuvan Mishra CA Topper, the new Netflix show, on my site Popcorn Reviews with the double S, the link of which is in the description box below. Do visit that as well. You can also read the review in your language. You can translate the review in your language. There's an option there. Just select the drop down and translate it in your language. Also follow me on different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. I do not end up making a video on everything that I watch, but I do write a lot. All information is present on my site Popcorn Reviews with a double S, and on my social media handles. All links are in the description box below. I'll see you again soon with another video. Till then, take care of yourselves, and thank you so much for your love and support. Cheers.